Greetings. Welcome in. Welcome in. Y'all, this is my first evening with the flock. Every other time it has been during the daytime or the morning time. And this is my first time doing this.
Mama,
And
you can open the big box and that's it.
it's only pillows.
Huh?
It's just pillows. I am Simone, the Shepherdess, and I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. Welcome to
Mama?
Fire Breath Friday.
The pillows is purple?
No, they're white. Pillows for the bed. Just bringing us in by cleansing that energy with some sage. How was your work week? What were you able to accomplish? What were you able to release? How were you able to grow? Let me know. Okay, so if you are new here, we are currently in the process of balancing our chakras. For the month of March, we are covering our sacral chakra. Quincy. Stop. So today we're about to do 2,000 fire breaths. The way you fire breathe is say excuse me. Taking short, rapid breaths, utilizing your nostrils. Today we're going to do something different. While we're going to do 1,000 holding down one side of our nostrils and 1,000 holding down the other side. It's actually a certain breathing technique it has a particular name, but I don't know what it is. But that's what we're about to do. What else did I want to say? I'm meditating today doing my fire breaths today with some sweet orange and some honey calcite. Where's Cairo? Why would you leave your brother?
I like you. I like my baby.
But is that what big brothers should do? Lead their little brother? Or should they stay with them? Protect them, lead them, love them?
Nope.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get the background. I don't need.
Now can you go clean up the playroom first?
Then get pink.
Yeah, then you can get the phone. Good thanks.
That's another idea.
That's a great idea. I'm live. We about to meditate. If you're not in to meditate, go clean up.
Why is this rope?
Are you listening to mommy?
Nope.
Should you be listening to mommy?
Nope.
That's what I'm gonna say when you ask for the phone later. Nope. Okay, let us start by centering ourselves. We're going to take 4 deep breaths, and then we're going to get straight into the fire breaths. Oh, also with fire breathing, make sure that you are or ensure that your abdomen is expanding and constricting as you inhale. Your lungs are filling up, so your abdomen should be expanding. As you exhale, the air is being removed from your lungs, so they're constricting. They're getting smaller. They're sucking in. So your stomach should be sucked in, or you should be constricting your stomach. Ashay? Okay. Quincy, you better not open that box. Let's switch to the other side. He's much challenging, much more challenging. I gotta get my water. Let's do our last 1,000 regular. Let's build ourselves up to 2,000. A little overachiever. Okay.
just open this box. Mama, we can't meditate that night. We can? Why? You can't do that. I don't do that either. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the another. To another year. Another year. Da, 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 da. Show me the password. H-A-I. That's the right number. You show me the number. Show me number. Wrong number. Right here. 0. That right? That right, Mama? Don't do that yet. Not beavers.
Get out and go finish cleaning up. I said, in order for you to get back on the phone, you need to clean up. I shade. That was 2000. No. Is crying gonna get you the phone? Quincy. Do you hear me talking to you? Can you please be quiet? Okay, hey y'all. So today has been very interesting. It made me realize that I still have work to do. I am a work in progress. But basically, like, today I allowed myself to get frustrated and sleep, had a mental breakdown. It wasn't as severe as it has probably been in the past because I was able to snap myself out of it right away. However, I'm working on myself in a manner, in such a manner that if I'm going through some type of emotion, I'm not trying to let someone outside of myself know about it for the most part. So for instance, if I'm feeling frustrated, I don't want to convey to somebody, I'm frustrated right now, leave me alone type of shit. It's like either finding a better way to communicate that or being able to assist them in their time of need, whatever they may need or whatever that might be, while still processing whatever I'm going through. So doing it, I guess, in a selfless way. Because I was kind of triggered today, and it's like, well, you are projecting that frustration towards someone else and telling them, like I did express my feelings and tell them what was going on, that you're frustrated, but your frustration had nothing to do with them. So why should whatever they were seeking in that moment be put on the back burner because I'm throwing a temper tantrum? And I say it was a temper tantrum because I got overwhelmed. Stop doing it. I guess it was overwhelmness. Like I am on live. Are you done eating? You're not about to get on the phone. And did you clean up the playroom?
Yeah.
I'm asking you one more time. Did you clean up the playroom?
Yeah.
So if I go downstairs, the playroom clean. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go look. If I go downstairs, is the playroom clean? Answer me. So you cleaned up. You picked all the toys and the books up off the floor.
Carol did them. Carol put the books on the floor. Carol cleaned the books.
Okay, well, go tell Kyra to clean the books up. Go help him. Y'all work as a team. Because y'all go in there and y'all make a mess as a team. And then y'all expect me to come in there and clean it up. It makes no sense for me to open up a brand new toy and it's already a mess in there. If you want to play with the toy, then clean up the mess. You want to play on the phone?
Yeah.
Then clean up the mess. That's the key to doing anything right now. Going to clean up the mess that y'all made. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Please don't stand right here whining. Okay?
I don't want to be a team with Carol. Carol can play with by himself.
Kyra didn't make that mess all by himself.
I don't want to help him. Clean it up.
Okay, can you get up?
I don't want to.
So at this point, it's like whatever Quincy want.
Yeah.
See what that get you, okay?
Mama, I eat something else.
All right. When I'm done doing this, then you have my undivided attention. Get out. How scared downstairs and your 2-year-old brother down there? He's more scared than you. Go protect him. But you want to sit in here and whine. I'm asking you not to do that. I'm so used to my life being in order that I don't have to ask anybody for shit, right? So first, let me be transparent, y'all. I ended up eating yesterday and I was mad at myself a little bit. Then I was like, what are you mad about? Like, you made it 5 days fucking fasting with only food and with only water and tea. Like, that's an accomplishment. Don't hold yourself down. So I'm like, okay. And then initially I was like, you know what, but I'm gonna keep going. Just because I ate today or yesterday, I'm still fasting until Saturday. And I didn't even eat after 7 yesterday. So I ended up eating something between like 3 and 7. But I was like, and I'm gonna do it for Saturday and Sunday. Well, I had a tomato today, but ultimately what ended up happening, I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to eat, because that's how frustrated I got today. Yes, baby. Okay. When I'm done doing what I'm doing, that's when I can give you something. That's a great idea, because I was doing this first. So I was like, you can give yourself another chance next month if you want to try a 7-day fast or surrounding that moon or whatever it is. But I still grew on this journey. I still gained wisdom on this journey because I did get clarity. But what ended up happening was Cairo, like, his fever slick came back this afternoon, and I called his dad and I was like, well, I left a message because he didn't answer. Can you take Cairo to the emergency room? Transparent. I have a vehicle, but I'm unable to get my vehicle registered because I don't have car insurance, and I can't have car insurance in my name right now because of so many accidents or claims that were on my insurance when I was in a relationship with this person, to the point where if I stayed with the current insurer, my insurance was going to be like $2,500 a month. and I could not get on any. No, I'm not gonna say that. I was able to get on out of all the car insurance people. I was able to like qualify for one, and it's, I don't even know what it is. I think it was like acceptance or something, and my insurance was still, I would have to put down like $2,000, and my insurance would be $600 a month. So just something I'm not used to, and not something I was willing to do. And before I got with that person, my car insurance was no more than $300 a month. So like that hit me today, because it's like I don't even want to call you and ask you for shit, but the fact that I do. So another backstory, when he left, because my car insurance went up that much while we were still together. So what ended up happening was we ended up putting my car insurance, or the car insurance, because it was our vehicle basically, in his name, because it was cheaper. It was like $200 in his name. So of course, he was paying it while we were together, but then he left, and it was still in his name, and he wouldn't pay it, and I would send him the money, y'all, and this man was spending the money for the car insurance. And how would I know that? Because he was still using my address, and the car insurance would get mailed to the house, or the monthly billing statement, and I was getting overdraft fees from his account, because they'll try and pull it from his account, or whatever kind of account he had, and it'll be an overdraft letter, and then something saying that your car insurance wasn't paid. So either one of those. So the account was either being overdrawn, even though I was sending the money. So that means he was taking the money and spending for something else, and paying the car insurance whenever he felt like it or whatever. Then he got with somebody, and I don't know, he felt like he didn't need to do that. He felt like he was paying car insurance for me, not for, well, he wasn't paying it. I was paying the car insurance. So he stopped paying it and was like, yeah, he felt like he was doing something for me. He was like, I can't do nothing for you type of shit, even though I was paying for my car insurance. But then I was like, okay, look, let's work out a deal, because I see you spending the money I'm sending you on the car insurance. You're not on child support. You don't send me anything to help provide for these kids. So can you just pay the car insurance? It's in your name. And the car insurance, again, was less than $300 a month. I think it was like $270 a month. And I felt like that's a win. In lieu of child support or anything else, all I asked him to cover was that $270 for that car insurance. He couldn't do that. So he canceled the insurance on my ass. Got mad about something, canceled it, and for a while I was riding around the city like with no car insurance, because I still had to do what I had to do. Like, I hate when people try and hinder me. So I got mad about that, and of course all this is shit from the past, but I'm just replaying the past 5 years of my life, y'all. So I got mad about that. Like, literally, I've never had to be on anyone else's car insurance. I've never had to ask someone to help me with shit. So that made me so frustrated today about that. And what made me frustrated, what triggered it, was he called and was like, what you mean? Because I'm like, I don't know if it's an infection, because I told y'all earlier in the week Carol had a fever. We were able to get it to go down, and he had to have a fever in 2 days, but it came back today. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's an infection. I need some type of diagnosis, blood work, or something, just so I can ensure that everything's okay, because Cairo is a cardiac patient. So what I don't want to happen is we cause additional problems or put additional stress on his heart by something that could be preventable. Then Cairo is also a developing, not infant, but toddler. So I don't want to have him trying to heal himself of an infection without the proper medication or herb or whatever it needs to be, and then he gets brain damage or something doesn't develop correctly because he's constantly trying to fight off an infection. So I'm like, for my peace of mind and for safety, can we get him to the hospital? What? This is his response. What? Where Quentin at? Like, his other son could be anywhere else besides with me. Where Quentin at? I'm like, he right here. I'll take Quentin, and I can drop you and Cairo off. And I'm like, okay, well, why you can't take him? What? I said what I'll do. And it's just like a backstory regarding that. It made me flash back when I was in the hospital with Cairo, and we were going back and forth to the hospital based off of his oxygen saturation levels, when he had to get 3 fucking PDA stents put in because they kept fucking bending inside of him before the heart surgery. Then when he got the heart surgery, I was doing all this by myself in the hospital. Why? Because he didn't like the hospital. So he would probably like come in and look at Cairo or something like that, or drop me off some food or something. But for the most part, he wasn't there comforting me in that moment. A breastfeeding mother who had just had a fucking baby. Like, it was no spousal support, in my opinion. So that triggered something. So I'm like, why you can't take him? Like, I keep this child and you take him to the ER. Like, but then I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. What time will you be coming? When I get off work. And I was like, okay, what time is that? Man, you can't do shit for yourself. You can't do. And it just became too much. Because at that point, it wasn't even about me. It's about our son who got a fucking heart defect. Oh, back to the car insurance. So, for some reason, he ended up getting out of his feelings sometime last year. And he was like, I just want to be able to help you. Whatever you need to do for the kids. Yada, yada, yada. So, he ended up putting the car insurance back in his name. And the car insurance was cheaper for like $200. I ended up finding out down the line that he only put liability. But anyway, so he was paying that. And he was like, it's fine. It's helping me. This and all that. Yo, why didn't a man stop paying the car insurance on that car or on Net's plan as well, and didn't even tell me? I'm just riding around like everything normal. And the way I found out was it was time for me to renew my tag in January for my birthday, and I get on the websites to register for the tag, and then like there's no insurance on this for you to get your registration. And I'm like, that's foul as fuck. Because me and this man been talking about this. And he ain't said shit about me not having car insurance. Or that he wasn't able to pay for it. And didn't even give me the option to send him the money for me to pay for my own insurance. Because $200 a month for car insurance compared to $600 a month for car insurance sounds way more feasible to me. But that wasn't, I guess, his concern. So at that point, that's why I'm like, I'm in this predicament where I have to ask people for shit. So I do have my sister here, so I can get where I need to go. I can ask her to use her car, ask her to take me somewhere, and she definitely will. But I don't like to ask people for shit. Because I feel like I'm inconveniencing someone, or I'm inconvenienced because I have to wait, and when I'm just used to jumping in my own shit, doing whatever I need to do. So all of that, so I just hung up on him and blocked his number. So right now I'm currently monitoring Cairo to see. I gave him some ibuprofen. It went down to see what's gonna happen. See how I want to move forward. So that's resolved. But all these triggers just kept coming up. So I'm just like, whatever I ask for, this man has some type of excuse. He be like, I can't do shit, and it's like I sit in the house with your kids all day, and I don't know who can testify, who has been with kids all day, baby. It's nothing compared to working a job. I don't care how strenuous the job is. Especially when you get no breaks from your kids. So literally you waking up with them and you laying down with them. You shitting with them, you're pissing with them. You're changing shit, you're changing piss. You're fixing food, you're cleaning up from food, you're sweeping, you're mopping, you're washing, you're drying. Literally, I can't clock out from this shit. And it's not like I'm giving those type of breaks to clock out and reset. So I'm literally running on zero. Like, I'm not going to say that because I do put in the inner work. So I'm not on zero, y'all. This just isn't me venting. But that triggered a lot of me today. And it just, what I hate doing as well when I get triggered is, I'm like, you would think I called him and said, hey, can you take me to the doctor because I got a fever? Can you take my oldest son to the doctor, the one that's not his child, because he got a fever? But I didn't. So that fucking baffled me and pissed me the fuck off. So I'm like, okay, cool. Which brings me to today's topic. So the first one, topic I wanted to share, I don't want to call it topics, but I came across this. You guys should check out I think it's Curly Nikki. She got a podcast. I think the name of it is Curly Nikki. But every day she like do a little short message. And the message for today was, don't let temporary circumstances make you think that you're not blessed. And it had to snap me. It helped snap me right back into who the fuck I am and who's the fuck I am. Because I'm like, Simone, this is a temporary circumstance. You know that God, first of all, will never put more on you than you can bear, but all of the abundance that I felt like was taken away or that I'm currently lacking is about to be multiplied times 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 type of shit. Like, God did not have me to ascend, to grow, to be a spiritual advocate, leader, a shepherdess, someone that adds value for me to be devalued. And it's question B. Yeah. That's journal prompt for today. Is that person adding value or devaluing you? Because it put me in the mind frame of, I started like going down the list and regretting shit. Because what's crazy is, it was yesterday or either today, or it could have been the day before yesterday. One of my memories on Snapchat was like a picture of me standing outside of my ex's apartment. And I'm like, girl, you such a fool. Because on that day, I paid for the U-Haul for him to move into my place. Yeah, I did it with the intention of him paying me back. He was like, I'm going to pay you back. But, of course, he never paid it back. And I had to put it on the credit card. But I'm like, that's so crazy. Like, you paid for this man to move in your brand new house. I had closed in my house in December 2017. He moved in March of 2018. Like, just going down the list of all the shit I've done, like, when we got together, my car had 50,000 miles on it. Now it's almost 200,000 miles. Mind you, I told you I was barely working when we was in a relationship because I started having a nigga babies. And I started being at home with them babies. So he was the one mainly pushing the car. So, like, just going down the list of shit. When this man left, y'all, the tires on my car were bald. I had to buy brand new tires. I had to get service done on the car, and like $2,000 worth of a service. Just a whole bunch of shit on top of my already bills that were in place. So I went from it possibly being a 2-person household because he was working, but I was able to bring in money some type of way to help him out. So it's not like everything was covered by him every month, even though he was the primary worker. To basically a 1-person income, and I'm literally taking over everything by myself because at that point he was giving me no support. So then that triggered something. I'm like, this nigga literally came into my life. I was up one and then literally left me out here high and dry. Like, what the fuck? But then I had to remember, Simone, you're a chosen one. That was a lesson you needed. That was a hurt that you needed. That was a lesson he needed. Because I'm sure he's growing, hopefully, through whatever the experiences that he's experienced with me and after me. They hot. Your French fries shouldn't be hot. Did you get fries out of my bag? Did you get fries out of the bag on the counter? So why you lie? Because these other fries for you that were on the counter in the cup. You should have said, Mommy, can I have more French fries? Y'all, give me 1 second. You talking about, no, you should be thinking about what the fuck I'll do to you beforehand, not after. bad, y'all. Yeah, thanks for your patience. So that was my day. I don't know what I was talking about. I do, but I'm trying to remember where I stopped. I had to learn them lessons. I needed that experience, obviously. And then what else made me mad today? Because I got disgusted with myself. Because it's like, damn, Simone, you were that vulnerable, vibrating that low, that's what you attracted. That's who you were to attract that. So I became disgusted with myself. Like, and the fact that I had kids with this person and I have to interact with him, and I'm in a season of not wanting to interact with him is challenging. So I'm currently trying to do something to move forward. Because right now he blocked. So it wasn't just that experience today that made him get blocked. On Wednesday, Tuesday, he told the boys he'll be over here to take them to get ice cream and walk up. In our subdivision got like a little playground area, and they'll walk up there and play. He called them Wednesday afternoon on his lunch break and was like, hey, I was just calling to see if Cairo's okay, and to let them know that I'm going to be there when I get off work. I'm calling him when I get off work. The whole day, Quincy asking, can he call his daddy? And I'm like, no, daddy's at work. Daddy gonna call you when he on the way or when he get off work, like he said. 8 or 9 o'clock came, or it was between 7 and 9. They was like, can we call daddy? Yeah, so they FaceTime him, and wherever the fuck he is, it's dark and he's asleep. And Quincy was like, daddy, you on the way over here? He was like, nah, I had to go check on my other son because I had to come over here with my other son because he been bad at school. I'm going to come over there tomorrow. I promise. And that's what be pissing me off. Stop fucking promising shit to these kids that y'all can't follow through on. That's just setting them up to have future traumas from other people following through on promises. So, some kind of way, I ended up grabbing the phone and I'm like, hey, you could at least called them and told them like you weren't coming. What? I had to come see about my other fucking son. I had to see this. You act like they're my only kids and da-da. Like, totally out of it. I was like, it's not about... He said something about prioritizing something. I'm like, it's not about prioritizing. It's about communicating. This child over here been waiting on you to come all day because less than 8 hours ago, he spoke to you because you called and said you was coming over here. But you never showed up. And then when we talked to you, you somewhere asleep, saying you had to go check on your other child. I'm like, I'm glad you being there for your other kids, but let's communicate with all of them. Let's be transparent with all of them. Hey, Quinn, it won't be today because whatever child he talking about, I got to check on them because what was it going to hurt to call and do that? Man, it became a big fucking thing, y'all. So I had to hang up on him because he was starting to get disrespectful. Then I got all these text messages in my phone. Fat fuck, you fat hoe. Just a whole bunch of disrespectful shit that I don't feel like I have to put up with. I don't give a fuck how many kids I have. So he got blocked that day. But, so yeah, so it's just a pattern of stuff. Because I'm like, okay, we ain't been together damn near 2 years at this point. I had the kids. I take damn good care of the kids with the little you give when you choose to give. And they still aren't lacking, but you still choose to disrespect me. I didn't cheat on you. I didn't leave you. I didn't take away from your assets. And I don't want to say take away from my value because me as a person, but in regards to my monetary wealth that I had before this person, it doesn't look anywhere near the same. We talking about credit score being cut in half type of shit. And it's like, no, my credit wasn't his responsibility. But you know, when you in love, you do with all these broken promises and shit. Like, he left here and literally left me with all the bills. A car note, car insurance, car fucking services while still caring for the food. Because when he left, I wasn't getting food stamps. Because when I work, I make too much money to qualify for any type of governmental assistance. Even with 3 kids. So it was all me. It was all me. So that triggered. So I'm like, okay, I can no longer carry that. Like, it's draining. It's draining. It's like, what is your issue with the mother of your motherfucking kids? Half of them, as far as I know, he could have more out there at this point. But who's with your kids all the time? Like, and his favorite excuse is, we not together when I be asking for shit for the kids. So even if that's something like, hey, can you give me a ride to the grocery store so I can buy groceries for the kids? It's like, I'm doing that for you. Where is somebody else? And all I think about is, for the past 5 years, you drove my A6 throughout the city. But I released, because I know what's about to come is about to be greater. So yes, y'all sit in that. Don't let temporary circumstances make you think that you're not blessed, because you are abundantly blessed. This season might look a little sketchy, a little iffy, a little lacking. However, it's the season that God wants you in. He's seasoning you in this season. He's preparing you for something else. Let me see how strong you are. Let me see how faithful you are. So I had to pep talk myself, and it was Simone, faith the fuck up. Faith the fuck up. I got you. If I told you I got you, I got you. Don't let your faith down me, girl. Woo! But yeah. So the journal prompt for today is that person adding value or devaluing you? And this can be a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship. And family members, co-workers. Is that person adding value or devaluing you? When you get with them, is your energy drained? Do you have headaches? Do you feel sickly? On physically, monetarily, every time you get with this person, they asking for something, trying to take something, taking away money. You get in a relationship with this person, and what do they bring to the table? What value are they bringing to the table? I told y'all I moved this nigga in, and like, yeah. Lesson learned. You live and you learn, you grow, but is that person adding value or devaluing you? It's time to reflect on that. We know our sacral chakra is what do I want to call it? I don't want to say rooted, but rooted within our relationships. The relationships we're able to build with others, maintain with others, or not. And why is that? So that's something that I've been analyzing and working on the type of relationships that I've chosen in my past. Like this last one, boy, it took a toll on me. Like I told y'all, like I think about it and I'm disgusted. Like, wow, Simone. And it's crazy because in that season, I had just built a house. I thought I was living it up. I was working, making this money, had my one child at the time. You know, just living the life. And then internally, you were vibrating that low to attract that? Wow. So it was eye-opening. Is that person adding value or devaluing you or your circumstances? Have you ever gotten with somebody and beforehand you felt like you were abundant in all areas of your life, and then after that relationship end or within that relationship you feel like your opportunities are lacking, your patience is lacking, your money is lacking, your energy is lacking, people don't want to be around you no more, you lose friendships because of this relationship, y'all getting evicted from places, people losing jobs, shit not working out, shit breaking, shit ain't the way it used to be. Y'all might need to look into that. That's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. All right. Let me pull up some cards so we can get out of here. I'm pulling for a few decks. The first deck that I gotta pull from is the Power to Surrender, because Lord, Spirit, I am near, I am clear and ready to hear. What's the message the flock needs to know? Tell me so. Tell me what they need to know. What should we let go? We got 2 cards from this deck. Surrender to the wisdom of your body and surrender your ego. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Ain't that something? What the fuck were we just talking about? Come through, spirit. Use me. That's the other thing I would help talk me through this is use me, Lord. Use me. Whatever this is that's currently transpiring within my life, within this season, use me. Use me, because I know your blessings are abundant. I know you are omnipotent. Use me. Use me so others will be attracted to you. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Pulling up. Okay, then I'm pulling from a tarot deck. Let's see if these messages gonna line tonight. Spirits, I am near. I am clear and ready to hear. What's the message the flock needs to know? Tell me so. Tell me what they need to know. So we got the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. I told y'all abundance is on the way. Your cups are overflowing. Love, happiness, career-wise, family-wise, relationship-wise, platonic relationship-wise, sexual relationship-wise. Then we got the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is doing that inner childhood work. I know that the relationships that I have chosen in my past have been based off of that wounded inner child. So being able to go within and hold little Simone hand, coddle little Simone, reassure little Simone. That's what the 6 of Cups is about. I'm pulling from my color prism deck. You called you want to hop out tonight. Spirits, I am near. I am clear and ready to hear. What's the message the flock needs to know? Tell me so. Tell me what they need to know. Two cards. We got hunger and protection. Let's read what these mean. Protection. The essence of this card is about feeling personally safe and protected as you navigate through life. It asks you to find the delicate balance of pushing yourself through fearful, anxious situations while also feeling secure. This card asks you how you can feel protected during those scary situations. Doesn't mean reaching out to others or just making sure that you are grounded in the present. How can you move forward while feeling safe? This is correlated to that 6 of Cups card, feeling safe. A lot of the worries and issues that we experience now is based off of something that's rooted in your childhood self. Knowing when you do have those moments, how I had a moment today, how do you pull yourself out of it? I provided hella techniques, breath work. We recently introduced the tapping, yoga, meditating. But how do you pull yourself out of it to reassure yourself that you're safe? all the towers that I feel like I'm experiencing on this physical realm, I know within on the spiritual realm that I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm divinely guided. I told y'all the blessing that's on the way, it's going to be so big that it's going to make up for everything that I'm currently experiencing. Then we got hunger. This card is not about the bodily hunger for food, but a hunger for more. A craving for something that will nourish your soul. It signals a deep wanting for something to fill you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Ask yourself, what are you hungry for? I am healing because I want to heal. I am faithful because I choose to be faithful. I am calm because I'm rooted in calmness. What are you hungry for? A lot of people out here like, I'm healing, but I ain't healed. Do you want to be healed, sis? Because that's a crutch. That's a clutch. Because if you walking in healing, you are healed. But when you choose to be pulled back down to a lower vibrational level, I don't know where the accent came from. You're choosing. You ain't really hungry. You ain't hungry for that healing. What are you hungry for, and are you going after it? And I'm going to pull a different tarot deck. Spirits, I'm near. I am clear. I'm ready to hear. Tell me so. What's the message the flock needs to know? Shit. Big Empress energy. And we got the Queen of Pentacles at the end. That abundance, that happiness, that wisdom, that intuition. Then we got the Empress. The Empress. We'll read what the Empress is. The Empress. What is growing in your life that could use some TLC? The ultimate card of nourritance and new parenthood. Can be a pregnancy indicator or a pat on the back for emotionally healthy parenting. Even if it's not a child, something in your life is blooming. Be it a new skill, creative project, or business venture. You're in a period of growth. Tend to yourself and your projects with care, and what you desire will come to fruition. Now is also a good time to embrace the beauty and nature around you. Prioritize what makes you feel good. You deserve it. You deserve it. Abundance, beauty, love, all of it. Creativity, all of it. And even if you are a divine masculine, you can embody the characteristics of the Empress. And then the last deck I'm pulling from is a new deck. It's called the Love Oracle. Y'all know we're supposed to be reading the 5 love languages. Tap in if you're really doing this work. Tap in if you're really doing this work. Spirit, I'm near. I'm clear and ready to hear. What's the message the flock needs to know? Tell me so. Carol, did y'all clean up the playroom, Carol? Are you being honest with mommy? Huh? Dang. We got 3 cards. I guess I'm gonna use them. We got intimacy, reflect, and respite.
Mama, did that. Nothing on it. So I did that for you. I did that for you and I do nothing on it.
So you just want to hold the phone in your hand and look at it, but not look at the screen. But not unlock it.
Yes.
It sounds good. No, go clean up. I'm almost finished. I'm still alive. Okay, so let's look at reflect.
Mama.
What?
Now,
I don't know if I want to tape, but I'm going to give them. Because they next to each other and it's a new deck. So I don't know if it was shuffled right. But I'm going to do them since I already got them up.
now,
Yes, once y'all clean up. Reflect. To encourage the act of self-reflection. To look introspectively. Please be quiet. You hear mommy? Go back. You hear mommy? I'm almost finished. No, get from over here. So y'all really gonna keep whining while I'm on live and I ask y'all to stop. I told you what you gotta do to get the phone. I told you what you gotta do for me to open the box. If that doesn't work for either one of you guys, then I don't know what to tell you. But to be quiet if you stay in here. I'm almost finished. Reflect. To encourage the act of Quentin. To encourage the act of self-reflection, to look introspectively, to look back on relationships and to acknowledge progress, to come back to what is important to you and joint relationships. A being meditates amongst flowers at the water's edge, their reflection there to meet them wherever they choose to open their eyes. The quickest way to end up back where you started is to forget where you began. Progress is a wonderful thing, but it's important to pause every so often to take in your surroundings and get a feel for where you are, where you came from, and where you're interested in going. Don't be so focused on your arrival that you bypass important lessons, blessings, relationships meant to provide sustenance for the remainder of your journey. Affirm. I understand the value of self-reflection as it helps me to better understand not only myself, but the world around me. Y'all, what did I get on here talking about? What did it take me to instantly pull myself out of it? Self-reflection, introspection. Nothing outside of me was going to pull me out of that but me. Respite. To encourage rest. To take time out to quiet the mind and find sanctuary with others. A being floats on a throne of clouds with their head relaxed on their hand in a dreamlike state. The trail of clouds behind them symbolizes active life. The throne of clouds then comes to stop and rest. Humanity is conditioned to constantly go, do, and mass produce. Output is prioritized over well-being, and most systems are rigged so that you begin to view your deteriorating health, mental, emotional, and spiritual as normal. Be a revolutionary and disrupt the status quo. Rest. Affirm. I appreciate the moments when I can quiet my mind and rest. Shay, come through, Most High. I was just sitting here telling y'all how earlier I don't like asking people for shit. How I'm used to having all my ducks in a row for me to live the life that I want to live, how I want to live it, like without needing anything from anyone else. And in this season of me feeling like I'm not in control, that I'm less than because I'm not working or because I can't do what I used to do or have what I used to have, Spirit is saying respite. I don't know if it's respite or respite, however you want to pronounce it. Simone, I have you in this season because I need you in this season. Simone, I have you in this season because this is the season that you need to be in. Simone, the season that you're in now is not the season that you're going to be in tomorrow. Rest, my daughter. Enjoy this rest, my daughter, because you're about to have no time off, my daughter. That's how big I'm about to be. So instead of me complaining about it or sulking in sorrow and sadness and overwhelmedness, enjoy this time. You got all that you need today. You got all that you're gonna need tomorrow. So what are you so frantic about? Why are you overthinking and I've already given you the thought that everything is already done? And the last one is intimacy. Intimacy. Be encouraged. Oh. I'm just putting words whatever I want tonight. To encourage finding moments to connect with others for a deep sense of closeness. Two beings draped in red velvet embrace on a bed of clouds. Their hands and arms form a physical connection while they gaze into each other's eyes forms an emotional one. Oh no, while the gaze into each other's eyes forms an emotional one. True intimacy requires vulnerability and the ability to be completely present in your own mind, body, and spirit while simultaneously being present in the mind, body, and spirit of another. Intimacy can be established in all types of relationships and take on different forms. Consider how you might deepen the various connections in your life. Affirm, I'm open to connecting with and becoming close to others on a deep and intimate level. Greetings. You hungry? Go downstairs and eat your food. Quincy, you ate Cairo sandwich? Huh? Intimacy does not mean sexuality. Doesn't mean that you have to be physically sexual with someone. Intimacy is consideration, is vulnerability. Are you able to be transparent, honest, and vulnerable with all the people that you have allowed within your sacred space? Again, it goes back to the question, the journal prompt. Go turn the light on, Quincy. The journal prompt for today. Is that person adding value or devaluing you? Do you feel comfortable being with a person in an intimate setting? Letting them know your darkest secrets, your childhood traumas. Aligning with someone that could add value on this spiritual journey, on this healing journey. I hope that message added value today. I hope it resonated. Have a beautiful evening. I'll see you tomorrow. I am Simone the Shepherdess. And I was taught that if you get, you give. If you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach. And y'all finna get this word. Peace out.